tournament was the fact that we qualified for Nation Wars. And to qualify for Nation Wars, you have to be Grandmaster, which means that you need to be among the top 200 players on the ladder in each respective region. So these guys are really the best of the best. 200 out of probably what, a couple 100,000 players?
Yeah.
That's more than the 1%. That's the 0.1%. I don't know the specific figures. Ooh, a phone call. Hold on. Do take the cast.
Okay, so Redgunnerguy has a
Hello?
phone call to answer. So I'll be a solo cast for the time being.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're Eternal Empire, right? And we have the double Protoss in this map.
See you soon.
At the top right hand, we have the blue Protoss player, and his name is Lobo.
It's probably going to be another...
Moving down below, we have the red Protoss player. His name is Saiko.
Okay, thanks. We just started game 1. Right.
Alright, I spoke a lot about Saiko. What do you think of Lobo's playstyle? I mean, I only watched some of the games. It was pretty dominant performance over, was it Lazy Titan?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so in terms of, you know, again, so the thing about a lot of these players is that we don't know too much about them, even though they're from the Singapore scene. Lobo seems to prefer the more aggressive style, and is this his probe? Yeah, so, okay, but again, based on the scouting path, it does look like a more standard, it looks like a more standard, yeah, it's a more standard scout right around the base. But in terms of playstyle, I think that they're definitely both flexible enough. They both got their wins on Nation War, both off aggressive drills against, but that was against Zerg. I think again in the best of 7, you have you minimum will play 4 games. You minimum have 4 opportunities to play 4 totally different strategies against your opponent, and I think that they definitely have something prepared in mind for that best they could. Who's proxy?
Oh, Saiko is proxying, is it?
Wait, isn't this his own base?
Oh yeah, he's his own base. Yeah.
So is he hiding something? He has to be.
I think it's just hiding tag. Because I think what Saiko does in a lot of his games, he just has a pylon out on the map for like almost seemingly no good reason, but he uses it as like a safety or rather potential proxy pylon.
Okay, so what do you guess this guy's gonna put up? I'm gonna guess Twilight. You?
Twilight? Oh, Stargate. Okay, there's one time for me to guess.
Ah, but technically I didn't lose, right?
Well,
you did say so.
Yeah, I did say that. Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna hide a Stargate. What is Lobo gonna do in the meantime? Both of them are on one base, it's exactly even.
I'm actually really happy with Stargate because, you know, as I mentioned about, I love dogfight, so
that's true.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Okay, fine. Is it gonna be Phoenix first, or is it gonna be Oracle first?
I do think you want to put it Phoenix first, because I think you just want to ramp up the amount of, in my opinion, I just think you should want to ramp up the amount of like Phoenixes you have overall, simply because Oracles don't scale very well in the late game. Yeah, and like every Phoenix counts in the battle. Okay, Oracle first. I'm wrong again.
Okay, so let me attempt to explain why Oracle first is not a bad idea either. Simply because in the early game, you know, you might want to get an Oracle, you might want to dive the Oracle in right about here, kill a bunch of probes. The beautiful thing about the Oracle is that while its combat capabilities falls off in later game, you still have insane mobility, you still have revelation. You can tag the enemy army, put a big sign on its head, and let it know, you know, I am here. And furthermore, you have stasis traps. You know, you have minefields that you could put down and hopefully trap a good chunk of the army. How many? Oh, Lobo got his Robo and he's going for his Warp Prism. Where's the Oracle? Okay, so the Oracle's gonna be flying into the main very soon. Both Saiko? No, Lobo still hasn't taken his second base. And based on the Warp Prism, I don't think he's gonna get another one. Okay, the Oracle flying in. There is absolutely nothing here. There is a shield battery. Okay, good response. He warps in.
Wow, that's actually a very good instant response.
Yep. Okay, a probe getting some, but probe pretty suicidal. Okay, so he actually got absolutely nothing done with that attack. And at the same time, oh, okay, this is a beautiful move from Saiko. He's actually producing a Void Ray, which is kind of the only thing he has against this amount of stalkers. Okay, so there's that stasis trap. Traps 2 of the Trapstone. Okay, so this is good. So all Saiko needs to do right now, or not all, but what he needs to do to stay alive is to buy time. The Stalker counts. Okay, so Lobo is slightly ahead of that Stalker count, but Saiko has air supply. Beautiful, Michael. Try to take down this area. Because you take down this area, you can like stop the that. All the way is.
I think Saiko is fine. He can't really do much. Oh, he's getting a Warp Prism. That's a beautiful pickup. Oh, he almost got it.
Almost got it, yes. But almost does the count. Okay, but this means that Lobo can't really press the issue. He can't do the beautiful. He can't do the juggling. He can't do, he can't fly the Warp Prism like in the back to try and warp in units. In fact, he needs it for high guard vision. No, it's just gonna be sitting.
Well, I don't think Lobo is gonna run. I don't think Lobo is gonna stop the aggression for the long term because as you can see, he's getting blink. So what I think he's trying to do is, trying to just amass a bit more stalkers, and then maybe like find a lucky jump up into the base and maybe get some probes on his own.
That's very possible. That's very possible. So right now we have a huge divergence because one player went Robo Twilight into Blink, the other player went Stargate and now is going to Robo. Both players on one base. Lobo having slightly fewer probes than his opponent. Oh, okay. I apologize. We missed that. At some point he lost 4 probes. But still, in terms of the income graph, let's take a look. Okay, so Saiko is earning a little bit more, both minerals and gas-wise.
I think if you're Saiko, you're really happy with your position, because you actually have quite a good, decent, not massive but decent economic advantage, and you manage to just like do nothing to the attack.
Yep, he's surviving. Again, those oracles being pesky. Like you have the mobility, and Lobo won't have anything that can touch that until Blink finishes, and even then. You only have one shot to get in and.
Okay, let's see just what the oracles are doing. Oh, sorry, I thought those were like Saiko's oracles. What are they? Oh, those are okay.
Lobo doesn't have Stargate.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. How come?
He's got a Dark Shrine though.
Oh, he got a Dark Shrine. Okay, that's nice.
No, but even then, like with the oracles with Revelation, I'm really liking. Saiko's position. He's got another base up and running. This one is nowhere to be seen. The probe was saboed by the stasis trap. Lobo's looking more and more all in at this second, especially in PvP.
Saiko Sabo Lobo.
Yes, he did. That's what you have when you have an oracle going across the map. Okay, we got a big attack. Down here, DMZ, do you want to try and hype this up?
Yeah, I mean, okay. It's nice big forward getting the Void Ray. The Void Ray amping up their damage. Okay. I think that was a good pickup from the Blue Terran, Blue Crora.
Nice.
I think it's really like making his blink really count because I thought he juggled the aggression pretty well and got the Void Rays because you want to get those pesky Void Rays out of the fight.
Yes and no, but even if you jump in, you get the Void Rays. The Immortals are gonna blow the Stalkers to bits. Oh, he's gonna jump into the bait. Is this his?
Yeah, this is what I was saying just now, right? But he's got an Observer there. Or was it? That's Saiko's Observer, is it?
No, that's
Lobo's Observer. Okay.
Okay, is he gonna?
He's gonna get it. Oh no, he missed.
No.
Okay.
Oh, what did he get? He got a. Okay, he's also fighting. Yeah, the bait, but the arc is massively outnumbered. So, probably got a burp. In the meantime, the Immortals, they're just gonna gun everything down. Lobo has to get out of here, but he's already pretty far behind. He's down 6 workers, and that's not even true kills. That's just true raw production.
Well, Saiko today is playing really well.
Oracle is still.
Yeah, he's not getting much with the Oracle though, but he's defending really well, and he just has to defend because he's getting a very good worker advantage.
Oh, but this might change the fate of the thing. There are 3 DTs warping in. I don't think. Okay, so
does he have detection?
He's got the oracles, but I don't see any observer. He's busy chasing him down across the map. So even if the DTs do critical damage, will it matter? Okay, no. So Saiko's army is coming back. He's probably
okay. Good pull on the pro.
They only one. Where are those other DTs? Oh, they're trying to gun down they're gunning down the Robo. Okay, no, but observer is now. These DTs are effectively. Oh, maybe you don't get it. Oh, nice.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Good delay the production.
It's an expensive trade. Oh, 4 pumps going up. Probably in the natural. Yep. Oh, one DT gets up. The other DT. Oh, we just missed the kill animation. Okay.
I think Lobo's in trouble. Look at the army like army differences. Saiko is on 62 army,
Yeah.
Lobo 25, and he gets into DT. These are not like units you want to use in your main bulk of your army fight.
That's very, very true. Even if you turn them into Archons, there's enough firepower in the Immortal Stalkers. Well, everything you see on the screen here to blow them to smithereens. Furthermore, he doesn't have the gas to really follow up, whereas Saiko's not getting his gas to allow him to transition into basically whatever he wants. Okay, maybe these Stalkers are finally gonna get this auto, and down it goes. Rest in pieces on that.
I just think that's a consolation prize for like the amount of like problems that Lobo is experiencing at the moment. I feel like Saiko is playing a really beautiful game. I was about to say that he's playing like stats, and indeed he is. I was going to withhold that comment because I was going to see how the Dark Templar is going to do, and it just did nothing much except taking a Robo.
It did something, but I don't know if it was enough to justify that. Like these armies pushing back and forth. Does he have Blink? Okay, so Saiko does not have Blink, which is a pretty big deal. He's getting the Twilight Council right now. I mean, he can't. He probably doesn't want to risk going out across the map and possibly getting jumped by the Stalkers. That's really the only way he's gonna lose.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you can really see the different styles between the two Protoss players. So you can see Saiko plays more like a stat. He wants to be defensive. He wants to be very responsible to his advantages. So even though he has like twice the army size, he's not moving out. He's like saying, okay, I'm happy with just taking a third base, overexpanding.
He's winning.
Yeah, and he's winning that pretty well.
Hey, when ahead, get ahead, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Like the game is really in Saiko's court right now. If he gets 3 base full saturation, he'll be able to pop up.
Yeah.
He'll be able to max out, walk across the map, and just trade out all day and still win. Okay, these Stalkers, no losses on any side, just shields. Although PvP shields do count quite a bit. Lobo.
Well, what does Lobo have? I think he only has Stalkers, right? He doesn't have any other beefy stuff. Does he have anything? Does he even have Immortals?
Definitely no Immortals.
Yeah, I really think Lobo's in big trouble.
Okay, here we go. He's got War Prism, 11 Stalkers, 5 Zealots against... Well, that's why Saiko's army supply is double that. Because if you look at this, like he's got Void Rays. And to be fair, the Void Rays can be... They're not optimal, but they'll still be useful in a straight up fight. If Lobo forces... But actually, to be fair, like Saiko still needs to stay at home because these Stalkers could just blink in, kill a bunch of pros, blink out. But having the Immortals here means that Lobo cannot engage in the downside.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, I don't think... I think going to game 2, if I lose this game as Lobo, I will not go through a very aggressive strategy because I recognize that Saiko is pretty solid in his defense. So I would definitely try to go late game with him and then actually force Saiko to make the push out, and maybe because I'm a more aggressive player, outmaneuver him in terms of my micro, and maybe that can get me an advantage and a win.
Or you can just cheese him next game.
Oh yeah, that's probably
PvP
true.
all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, proxy game, which happened every single game in the first series. You know, there's something I also like to point out, like, because this is a running tournament, the first game of this tournament was Saiko versus Lobo.
Okay.
And if you remember, Saiko took that game 2-1. It was close. Okay, but something is happening right now. Okay, he's gonna get a bunch of pros, but how is he gonna get out? Recall?
Is he gonna use recall? I think he should recall now.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the recall is
almost
slightly
no losses. 6 probes down.
What I think is a bit odd is
GG.
Okay, this is idea. Yeah, what I'm saying is I think what is a little odd that's happening is I think the upgrades from both sides are really slow. They haven't really gotten any upgrades at all. I was thinking
yeah,
that
they don't.
I was thinking Lobo should have invested more into his upgrades to kind of like level out the playing field because it's really disadvantaged in the army size.
I actually disagree. I think Saiko should be getting his upgrades because Lobo, maybe if he's down in he was down in just about everything except upgrades because they were both on 0-0. Oh, is he going to catch these Stalkers or the Stalkers going to catch the ball with Redgunnerguy? Goes down, the Stalkers blink out. Definitely a good trade for Lobo right there. He's still going to try and cut it back. But Saiko, how far does he chase this army? If he goes here, he's just going to blink up here.
Yeah, he doesn't have a recall anymore. I think he's just going to corner this army.
Well, it has been very annoying. You take over. What?
Yeah, so what I think just happening now is Saiko is just trying to clean up, making sure there are no more stalkers that are around the map that can threaten his position. So yeah, I think right now, if you are Lobo, you gotta be um, very much on the defensive at the moment. And I think yes, he's built up a nice amount of Archons, so that's good. Yeah, previously we just only saw all Stalker army, so I was really worried for him. Okay, but is he in time to really position defend against his base? I think his base is gonna drop here. Oh wait. Okay, let's see how this micro battle turns out. Okay, well I think the front line is getting melted on both sides actually. It's actually more equal than I thought it should be. Oh yeah, but Lobo has no army after this. If he loses this army, he's gone, and he indeed is gone. Alright, GG, Saiko takes game number 1. A very beautiful defense and beautiful counter attack from Saiko.
Yep, definitely a good game. You know, at the end of the day, I think it really came down to Saiko successfully defending Lobo's attack while still having those oracles to harass. Just that little advantage. He was only ahead like 3 workers at one point, and then was able to like go all the way up after that. So let's see.
Yeah, I actually thought what might happen from Lobo was actually to have like a mass build up of like Dark Templars and park them one side of the map, and when you see the attack coming in from your opponent, you kind of do a base trade with your Dark Templars.
Yeah.
And in fact, if I'm not wrong, Trap was I think playing against Hero, and Hero just like had I think almost half the army supply, and Hero won that game because during the base trade he just like threw in all his Dark Templars.
Is this GSL?
I think I'm not sure whether this was GSL. I felt it was GSL, and then like Trap just lost the game because he didn't have enough detection to deal with the shit ton of like Dark Templars that were streaming into his base during the base trade.
Yeah, but that's such a risky strategy to go DT because it's really live or die on detection. Because if you have detection, the DTs are squishy.
Yeah, that's true. But I think Lobo was in big trouble throughout the second half of the game. So I think you have to create this kind of crazy strats.
Like the DTs definitely were a gambit. Like as they say, you know, when behind go Dark Shrine. But I really don't know what else he could do. You know, PvP is already a stressful as hell game as it is. What the heck is it?
Okay, so right now in our attendance we have 2 people. Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, so I'm not sure what's gonna be the casting schedule. Like, you wanna pass it to someone else?
Let's cast. We'll stick to this game first, and then we'll see how from there.
Okay.
Okay, let me get this game good and ready.
Hey, you wanna think about me? Yeah, think of me. Yeah.
Okay, so.
You wanna watch here or watch outside?
I'll watch here.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Force good company.
Yeah, I'll grab my. Okay, can you use my chair?
I want to do this I need to do this while doing my studies.
Well, that's true. Huh? People are busy.
Yeah.
Okay, we
been...
are live on this thing, by the way.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, so for casting this game, it's gonna be me, Redgunnerguy, and one of our guests,
CXO.
CXO. I'm just gonna call you CX, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so what do you think? What is your take on PvP?
Well, as a Terran player, I think PvP is just 2 very overpowered races fighting against each other. So it's bigger units fighting against bigger units.
Well,
And it's just a matter of supply, right, actually.
Well, you're not wrong. You don't have those Marines, you don't have those Zerglings, you have those big beefy Zealots, you have those Immortals going at it. Okay, so let's do the player introductions. Who do you want to take?
Okay, I'll take Saiko then.
Alright.
Okay, spawning in the top left hand corner of Nightshade LE, we have Saiko.
Fighting. Okay, and at the bottom side of Nightshade, I wonder if he's gonna go for the famous Lobo or he's gonna go for GTs on this PT map. It is Lobo. Yes, he deserves fighting too. I mean, you are right. In terms of PvP, It is a lot. I mean, every mirror matchup is about the supply. It is about, you know, who gets ahead in how things are done. Do you play much PvP?
No, I only play Terran.
Exclusively
Yeah.
Terran, huh?
Okay, but right now we can see that we have a very early scout from Saiko as compared to Lobo.
Mm-hmm. Is he gonna pull up the pylon?
He is
Wait,
probably gonna put a pylon. Yeah.
is this... Wait, can Lobo see this?
No, I don't think so.
He
Since
can't.
is in the camp.
He's gonna scout this, right? Okay, he sees
Yeah,
it
he
now.
sees it
He
now.
sees it now. Okay, great. Does this mean that Saiko can commit, or is this like the middle
No.
finger pylon?
I don't think
He's letting it finish.
he's letting it finish. Oh,
No, he doesn't.
then what's the point of the pylon?
Well, it's actually funny because during the first series of the tournament, Saiko did these 2 games in a row. Yakus said that it was to quote, and I quote, to assert his dominance in this matchup.
I see.
But somebody in the chat, I'm sorry, I can't remember who, but somebody in the chat pointed out that you might want to put a pylon here to see what's coming out of the gateways. I don't know what is correct. I have not interviewed these players. In the next tournament, we will be doing player interviews. I'm gonna put that out on the record now.
Okay.
But this round, I haven't prepped them.
Okay, so Saiko is going for 2 adepts, while Lobo is going for a Stalker Sentry Opener. So, from what I know about PvP, if the other one's opening with adepts, the other one exerting pressure on the opponent as compared to Lobo, who is probably going to play defensive.
Oh, Lobo's putting his own middle finger pylon up on the ramp.
And he's definitely going to see those 2 adepts. So he knows
he
that
did,
pressure will be coming up his way.
Correct, and it's not just... Oh, Saiko not only put the middle finger pylon, he's leaving it there. That's $100 investment, but it's...
It's not going to do much. It's only going to take away some ATM from
That's not really AP per se, he's just gonna leave it
It's
there.
just one click.
Okay, so it's very good. He's got the probe here to put up the shield battery if something comes up. Okay, he knows it. Yeah, it's very easy. Oh my god, the number of games I've died to because of that. Like I play Terran, but I will play the other races from time to time. I will play random.
Okay, so we see natural coming out from Saiko.
Okay, it's gone.
While Lobo is choosing not to extend, so it's a swap around of who is Oh, he is going to extend, so we are heading towards the macro.
Oh, but Saiko's already winning that macro game, right?
Yeah, he chronoed out probes as compared to Lobo.
Oh yeah, what did Lobo?
I think Lobo chronoed out
Did you find out?
his or was it he chronoed out.
Okay, so Lobo's going Stargate this time. Oh, it's going Phoenix first. Ah, DMZ is not here.
But we don't see a Stargate on Saiko, so
Nope.
if he doesn't scout this in time, it might steamroll into some probes.
He's gonna get bamboozled. Okay, he doesn't know about it at all. There's been no scout. I swear he's got... Okay, so he's setting an observer across the map. He should see it in due time. Okay, so Lobo is going for the Rotterdam Mass Phoenix. If you're wondering why the Phoenixes come from the Netherlands, no, there's a Dutch player who loves going for Mass Phoenixes. Okay,
We see +1 attack for ground units from Lobo. And I don't see the gateways coming out soon, but he will definitely put those down, I guess.
yeah, it's a stage tier. You get +1, but you have 2 gate, I believe.
Okay, we have Warp Prism out of Saiko. And it would seem that he will be the first one putting on pressure on Lobo. But the thing is Lobo opening up Stargate is that you can easily shoot away the Warp Prism with those 3 Phoenixes. So
Yep, Ion Pulse Crystals, I think that's the
I
law
think
name.
Lobo will be coming out ahead in this fight. That's coming up soon.
Okay, but Saiko's got his defense is pretty tight. You can't just dive in here with 3. You're gonna lose one?
He's gonna see the Warp Prism.
Oh, he's getting stuck. No, he's got the shield battery. He's not gonna get anything done.
See, but he sees how Saiko is opening, which is robotic units and 3 sentries. So you might know that a push is coming up.
Well, you should absolutely know the push is coming. Saiko, even as the observer, here Saiko sees everything. Let's go to his vision for just a second. Whose vision is this? Lobo's vision.
So Lobo definitely knows that something is coming his way, so he's bringing 3 shield batteries in his lateral, which is an appropriate response.
Is this a slow warp? No, it's a non-warp in. This is a tough one. Do you hold this position or do you fight closer to the
I
shield
think you
battery?
move back to your shield batteries. Or
Oh, but he's gonna get chopped out. Oh no, the force fields go down. Everything's gonna get down. He's definitely gonna lose. Okay, double force fields go down, but this force field doesn't matter. The gap is wide enough for them to go. If the army supply is 41 to 24, where are
I
the
don't
units?
think Lobo will get
Maybe he'll get the more movement that will help, or the more movement goes down, but depending on the logic to enough time.
like Saiko doesn't need to push up the ramp, so he just
This is a murder of
he just shield Lobo down.
He's gonna murder this and call it a day, huh?
And then he get it. Yes.
Maybe
So
goes to down over.
I don't see Lobo coming out with the fight.
Overthrow? Maybe? No, but he's got things on
Let's
today.
wait for him to come back.
Well, he's got plus one.
But for one,
And one immortal.
sounds like this game.
Two! Well done, well done.
Oh, it's definitely a faster match than the previous one, which was definitely more chaotic with DTs and
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe was it just the opening or
yeah, I think it's definitely the opening. Like, Saiko had more probes in the early game, and he expanded first. So Lobo with a defensive opening couldn't really punish that faster second base, so faster natural. So in the end, supply saves the game. Saiko had more army.
well, that's what you said,
Lobo.
right? Two overpowered people fighting against each other, then we look at the supply.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next map we're going to is Sima Action. Do you want to cast? Anyone else want to cast?
Sure.
Yeah. Take my lead.
Okay. Okay, so we have now gone almost full home story cup with my friend. How do we address you officially on the stream?
Well, I'll just call me Vandressa. That's the name on my account. But to be fair, I'm a complete newcomer to this PvP shenanigans since I always stick to either campaign or co-op.
We got a co-op player here. We got a co-op player turned up, so he gets the honor of casting the grand finals.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. This is the grand finals.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. This will be a challenge for me. It's not the first time I've carried him in co-op either.
Oi! Wait, co-op? No.
The
Co-op.
last game of Booster Plus.
Yeah,
Who
but
did it? Arteris's solo bombardment?
yeah, but then again, who was playing Swan?
No, that was game 1. I'm talking about game 2, the one with the trades.
Okay, fine.
Okay, but no matter. We are ready. We're gonna hop into another round of Protoss versus Protoss.
Oh,
Simulacrum.
actually, you know what's the funny thing about Protoss?
What?
I've always seen that from the games that I've seen, in terms of player versus player, they have been always in one way or another. It has always been true to the initial Protoss StarCraft 2 trailer, how they advertised it to new players, saying that it's something along the lines of it's all about using their skills in a creative and a strategic fashion to actually cause havoc amongst everyone. Like in one way, you can see this actually manifest itself in the form of the sentries barriers, the force field, being able to seal off bunkers or being able to seal off cannons or other base defenses. However, sometimes you can just see it go brute force when a Templar just unleashes psionic storm.
Put down a bunch of force fields, then you stop the second there.
Oh yeah, you even see that coming up.
That actually must have been, StarCraft 2 is 10 years old this year. That must have been mind-blowing to them old Brood War players. Okay, let's get over the player introduction, then we can talk about whatever we want. What do you want to say?
I think I'll say Saiko. Well, as you can see, Saiko seems to be focusing on making more and more probes. I think he's just going for a standard Protoss build at the moment.
Yep.
I think he's still sizing up. Yeah, I think it's always been about focusing more and more on more economy. One of the things actually I've always had difficulty in with PvP was the worker management, because the good economy is always the backbone of a strong military anyway.
Yes, we've all subbed NS here.
Hey!
We still don't get paid very well.
Hey!
Okay, Lobo on the other hand is doing the exact same thing. He's getting gas, he's getting workers, more or less the same thing. Now, by the way, I want to talk a little bit about Brood War. Again, if anyone's listening, anyone know Brood War plays, if you can find 8 people willing to play Brood War, I will organize a tournament. But in all of Singapore, I know a grand total of 1 other player that consistently plays Brood War. So that's a challenge to y'all. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. But I'm just putting it out there. Okay, so what's happening? So it's
Stalker.
Stalker?
Oh, but then again, both of them are.
Oh, Lobo proxy is Lobo.
Oh,
Lobo
wow.
proxy the Lobo.
That's pretty smart. No, but proxying also does carry its own set of risks,
That's
right?
true.
Like if something that just goes along haywire, then might as well concede a game like at this tier, right?
Almost, yeah, because if it's scouted and if my apologies, if it's scouted and then it's punished, it means that you lose a critical tech structure in the middle of the map. It
Plus
also
you
means
also
that
lose resources, right?
you lose resources if hypothetically, if Saiko just pushes out, attacks Lobo's main, you don't have defenders advantage because the Lobo is in this awkward position. Wait, these are Saiko's probes.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait, did
Did
you
he
see
just-
it? Did you see it just now?
Let me check vision. Oh, he sees it now
Oh
for
dear.
sure.
Oh.
Okay, can he get the immortal out? That is the big question. The immortal
Oh
is
no,
out.
he can't.
No,
Looks like
reinforcements
he's
are
got it.
rising. It's going up. It's
Alright,
definitely
alright.
going up. Okay, but Saiko knows.
But I guess the element of surprise is gone.
That is true. You lost the element of surprise a lot earlier, but again, props to Saiko for scouting. This looks exactly like the first game of the tournament where it proxied. I think it got out, but then he yelled. Okay, he's going for Stargate.
Actually, I've noticed that like, there are lesser builds like focusing on phoenixes.
Yes and no. The Phoenix. There was a point in time that Mass Phoenix was incredibly popular in the meta. That sort of dropped. And like, look at this. They're all lined up and nothing. It's gonna come to nothing. Somebody's gonna be oh, he sees that stalker. The bottom getting focused. Now both sides take a lot. There's over with the bottom gone. Oh, Lobo's moving. He doesn't have the stalker now, but he gets much more. But it's 3-2 stalkers, and the 3-on-2 fight is not going well, and you don't have Link.
Oh, does it make a difference? Oh no.
No, it's not gonna make a difference. It's too late. You've lost the.
Oh.
Did you get anything?
Wait, why is he idling on the? Ah, there we are.
He's got better things to do.
Oh dear.
See, this is why the Phoenix is so important. You can pick up the Immortal, and the Immortal will just be dangling its legs in the air.
Do they? Does the Garrison Prison like cost energy?
Yes.
Ooh.
Then it's got a little blue bar underneath it. You can feedback that damn thing if you want to, but nobody does that because it's not.
Because why focus on
Yeah.
feedback when you can storm, right?
When you can storm, when you can Archon, there are like a dozen better options. But
But then again, like feedback has no effect on being Archon though, right?
no, the Archon doesn't have mana.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like the Brood War days,
Was it still?
Oh, is he gonna get the thing? Is he gonna... Oh no! Okay, he wasn't realistically gonna get it, but that would have been game ending. You lose an Immortal and the Prism.
Wait, what's going on below?
What here? Oh, good catch! He is proxy. He's gonna send in Adepts. Saiko is saying
Wait,
no.
is his entrance defended though?
I don't. It really depends on his micro. If he puts up a blockade here, he'll be fine. If not, he's almost gonna certainly force a recall of some sort. Oh, the wall is open. Okay, he warps in something. It's not gonna be too bad. He could do the free throw. 1, 2, 3. Is he gonna make a third? 3, okay. Oh, but that's a big deal. Saiko's on 28, Lobo's on 21. Saiko's gonna be binding out more. Saiko really wants to take his natural, because if Saiko takes the natural, he's gonna be ahead. Lobo is nowhere. I don't even think that's in his game plan for whatever reason. And okay. To be fair, Lobo does know about the mass stalkers, about the zealots. The other thing to note is that even though you're getting more workers, you will mine, but you will mine out sooner. So it really comes down to either Lobo doing a lot of damage, or there we go, or Saiko getting the second base. You just come down, pylon going down. Okay, Lobo.
You think that you could marshal that many forces in that short of time?
Protoss OP, man. Okay, but as As CX9 put it very beautifully, let's see what happens when an overpowered race hits an overpowered race, all memes aside.
Wasn't it a meme that the way to go for Protoss was one viable after another? Or one death ball?
One death ball after another,
no,
yeah.
sorry.
That's still in the cardboard cartoon. It's...
But is it a justified?
Well, let's take a look at this fight. It is a death ball fight, it is just another death ball. One death ball has a prison, the other death ball. Nothing. What you got shield at?
That was recorded now. He actually used the warp to throw the hardcore to run.
Oh, but
Because
he's
it's
gonna get the
fast.
one prison. He's gonna get the one prison. There goes all reinforcement. So what Lobo has here is all he has left. Okay, he knocks Saiko down to one. Shoot the prison in front. He is way ahead in army supply. But can he break this round? When he doesn't do this round, the worker the game is still 100% even as far as I'm concerned. Oh, the game is still rather even enough. He can hold this round, he can back go up.
From the looks of it, I think he still has a chance of assaulting. But it would be also prudent of him to save up his forces.
Okay, another warp prism coming in. This will give him the juggling ability. This will allow him to reinforce. If we look at the income graph, like put that up. Okay, Lobo is mining more. Okay, we are trying to stun down the warp prism, but the ground is pretty strong. Are we gonna get a repeat? No, right? No, okay, he's got more Archons. 2 Immortals. How many Immortals? One Immortal, 2 Archons. I have no idea how the math works. Works out, especially with Phoenix.
Oh, looks like he's been feeding them bit by bit.
By a bit. You could probably blow up this gateway, but risky. Oh, it's going in. Is it gonna get the most with the weekend to most by so much time? No.
Actually, based on the rate that Lobo is moving, there's a good chance for Saiko's forces to come down and catch them while they're moving. But I guess there would have also been a greater risk on his part.
Choke point. I would like to point out that Lobo's Nexus is now 3/4 done. It's gonna flip. Whoever, as I mentioned, whoever gets that second base up and running, actually under turn, is probably really what we see. Saiko is under siege.
Oh dear. There goes the first game.
To be fair, the amount of minerals you're fighting on down, every gateway matters, every shot matters, everything matters. Oh, that was a Phoenix. he can buy another one, but
But his resources are slowly dying out.
yeah, it's 20 workers on what is effectively 8 mineral patches.
How much gas does he have in his
Wait, what?
assimilators? Oh wait, he's oh yeah, we didn't know. I
It
had
just went up,
forgotten
but
about.
still,
I'd forgotten about that.
there's hope.
Actually, if what he can do is, what I could suspect he would be doing is, he could be making that and warping forces directly there.
You'll probably recall the probes here, but I would like to point out that Lobo has had his second base running for much longer, so he's gonna have a big income spike. The worker count, well, Lobo's now ahead in every conceivable way. Let me take a look at the upgrades. Nothing. Losses. Lobo's winning that fight too.
Actually, the increment. What is the increment value for their ability? For their weapon upgrades? And charge is just about to get done.
That's all Lobo done. New cycle comes in, he scouts everything, he sees how far behind he is. That can't be a good feeling, although he's up 2 games still. I think Saiko is probably gonna try and all in him, but the army supply does not.
It's not.
The odds are not in his favor.
Actually,
He's getting disrupted, which is one way to come back to go. He's got one disruptor, one fire forward, he gets a couple of pockets, but it's still pretty good at 58.
come to think of it, does the disruptor, does the Immortal's barrier absorb the damage inflicted by the disruptor's ability?
I think it does, because the Immortal Barrier absorbs 200 damage for I think 2 seconds. So if it explodes and the barrier is popped, it should still absorb, but that's my thoughts. I'll have to double check on that. There are always these weird ass itch cases that you get.
Oh, he's just launching his
Get some shields. Can he doesn't have any shield batteries. Some would be nice, but he's still ahead, so I don't really have anything else to say about that.
And it looks like Saiko's second base just got set up.
Oh, he's going for a run by. He's like, Lobo's gonna be very happy, like, there's nothing here. He knows Saiko is effective. He sent it to try and take out the natural. He's like, oh, there's
dear.
nothing here. Now he's got this base, which Lobo doesn't know.
Will his immortal come out in time? But it kind of seems like, oh dear, there go all the workers.
Okay, this is still economic damage that Saiko can't take. But he does have another base. He's got another hidden base down here. We are getting an excellent game for the grand finals. Okay, he's trying to siege it up again. Try to win one ball at a time.
Oh, it looks like
balls.
Lobo's forces are going to converge on Saiko's first.
Yep, he's gonna finish all the way back. Yep, he's got the Phoenix count as well. He's gonna fight all the way. He's gonna like live in the basement, but then no defenses. GG.
And